Hey golfers, here to share another tour swing with you guys. This one is essentially a real masterclass in how to use the ground effectively. This is one of the more efficient golf swings on tour. This pro is not a big guy. He's listed at 5'10", 175 pounds. I don't know if it's true or not. He looks smaller out there, but he's not. It's not Rory. Rory actually might be even smaller. So this is XANDER Schauffele. And again, he's sneaky long for his size. He's in the 180s ball speed, and he's like 5'10", 175 pounds. So at most, I would say. And so it's a great golf swing to look at, learn a lot from. So I actually got this swing from one of our members in-house who was at the American Express this past winter in Palm Springs. So they were at the practice round, so they could get right up close. And this is an interesting view because it's right from almost behind the golfer, not straight on, but almost. So you can really get an appreciation from the back view of a golfer as to how they're using their hips and their lower body in the golf swing. So most swings you're going to see captured on video are face on or down the line all the time, and those are great, especially if you're working on mechanics. Down the line is really good for your swing plane. Looking at your transition and your sequencing, face on can be great as well. But this sort of backside view, it really stood out to me because I could really tell what XANDER was doing against the ground. So let's actually get into it. So I'm going to start that screen record, and we can see here he's just getting his feet set here. And he does a little waggle. He gets set. There's his practice waggle. All right, so as XANDER starts to take it back, you're going to notice a couple things. Before he even does anything with his hands, you're going to see, let's look at this logo on his back pocket, right at the middle of his pelvis. Before he really does much with his arms and hands, you're going to see a little bump into his trail side and into his right side. So right about here. So it's there to there. You see, he's just pushing off his right foot or his lead foot, his left foot, and getting into his lead side right there. He's kind of actually pushing his pelvis back into that trail side, and then the club goes back. So as he pushes his body back, the club will move away a little bit, but he gets into that side first, and then his arms and shoulders start to take the club away. So that's step one. Getting some heel pressure into that trail side is key. So he's really pushing. That force is creating the backswing. It's not his arms and hands taking the club away. It's his force into the ground that pulls the club back and goes up through the chain, through his hips, into his trunk and arms. A lot of people will just take the club away with their hands and arms, and there's not a big pressure or load or weight shift into the trail side. So that move you can copy. From here, he's really watch that. It's great to have this reference of the logo on this back right pocket because we'll see how much he's going to turn that logo towards the target. So he's going to get deep into that hip. It moves back behind his heel, and he's turning it. You can see it turning towards the target. Moves a lot. So you can see how much his pelvis is rotating deep into that hip. So he's getting that hip way behind him there. There he is pretty much at the top of his backswing. All his weight is going to be in that trail heel. And just before he gets to the top, then you're going to start to see a little move right here where he's pushing towards his lead toes, right? He's going from trail heel, all the pressure in his trail heel, to his lead toes right here. And he's starting to put pressure into his lead toe right there as the club gets to the top. He's starting to press into that lead toe. And as soon as he starts to come down, we are going to see this left heel or lead heel really start to push into the ground there. And we talk about vertical forces. XANDER does a great job of transitioning into his trail side and then starting to get onto his lead side here. But right as this club is almost about halfway, his arms are about halfway down, we're going to see his left leg really extend hard, and he's pushing that lead leg through the floor here, through the ground I should say, peaking in his vertical forces in his lead leg here. This is what the longer drivers do. They drive that lead leg straight as they're coming down through the ground. So he's reaching peak, what we call vertical downforce in his lead leg. Let's get it about there. right here. As you can see that lead leg straightening, and the club is just coming right there. The club is halfway down, and he's pretty much pushed maximally through that lead leg, and then the club's going to come through. So most amateurs or slower swingers aren't going to reach peak forces in the lead leg till at impact or slightly after impact. And he's already cleared. So big takeaways here: bump into the trail side, little transition onto the lead toe, and then boom, extending that lead leg. If you're enjoying this video and finding it helpful, I would highly recommend you check out our brand new P4S Golf app. You can take our quiz that will give you a custom plan based on your results. You'll answer a few questions about yourself, go through our assessment, and our algorithm will assign a program specifically for you. This app is the first in the world where you can have the choice between short exercise demos or full-length follow-along workouts. There's no stock videos. Every video is demonstrated by a coach on our team. You don't need any expensive tools to get started. This app and these programs were designed from our world's largest research database of over 10,000 golfers. So, if you want to check out our new app, click the link in the description. You will get 2 weeks completely on us. If you don't enjoy it, it's super easy to cancel. Click the link in the description to start your 2-week free trial. Big takeaways you can take from here. I'm going to demonstrate a couple things that you can do at home to mimic this, okay? One, I would just do this with your arms across the chest and work at getting this trail hip pushing back. So to take the club back, you're going to push this hip back and get your weight moving into this trail hip. And you'll feel if this hip moves up and back, it's going to pull your chest away from the target. So that's, if your arms are connected to your chest well, that's what's going to bring the club back into this solid position rather than the arms separating from the body. So if you can keep your arms and body moving together, get this motion, that's near the top of your backswing. And then from here, once I get near the top, there's a little transition into this lead toe. So as I get to the top, I'm going to start to move laterally. I'm putting a little crease in that toe of my shoe into the lead foot. So it's 1 into the trail heel, 2 into the lead toe, 3 is pushing my lead hip back and straightening my lead leg. As I do that, I'm trying to keep my back to the target for as long as I can. So I'm coming from the inside. You can see that. I'm going to go trail heel, lead toe, lead heel, and opening up. You could even do this against a wall to feel my butt cheek makes contact, make a transition, butt cheek makes contact, and I open up. So it's heel, toe, heel. Working on that body pivot is a fantastic way to feel how to use the ground. Hopefully you guys found this tip from the tour super helpful. I know it helped me a lot. I've watched this swing over and over and over again, practicing those moves. So hope you guys, again, found that really, really helpful. And I'll see you soon. Subscribe and like our video. Thanks.